take output from that process, concatenate with static data, and process all of that data together, mapping towards our target values. And this is maybe not the most interesting figure, but what's important to note here is that I actually have been relatively successful. So I have probably more of a range of accuracies of maybe 0.033 to 0.038 or something like that. Cubic centimeters of water per cubic centimeters of soil. That's my accuracy in predicting soil moisture right now. So I should have added a figure to this actually. One of the problems that I'm having, and this is, I'm really glad that I had this example to show actually. One of the problems that I'm having in my predictions is that I'm predicting values on a quote-unquote normal day very, very well. Actually, I can pull this up. But I am not predicting extreme values very well. So let me show you actually, since I'm on my computer right now, what this looks like. Kind of. So these are some outputs from my research, from my runs. This is actually a run that I did last night, and so what you'll see here, the black curve are the target values that I'm trying to predict, so those are the SMAP soil moistures, and then the red curve are my actual predictions, right? So this is the most successful I've been so far. I was very happy to wake up this morning and see this. Thank you. Yeah. So, this middle dotted line here is my approximate mean over the time series, and then the sort of finer dotted lines are plus or minus 1 standard deviation, just to help identify what I would consider to be an atypical value, right, for soil moisture. So we see all these values above and below these standard deviation lines that I'm actually having quite a bit of difficulty predicting. And you'll notice that the best that I really do is during this drought period here. And I think the reason for that is that, again, I have relatively continuous data here, right? Droughts tend to be a little bit easier to predict, at least in my experience, because it tends to be an environmental condition that occurs over a long period of time, as opposed to a flooding or high precipitation event, which tend to be very high intensity and yet short in duration. And so these events here, these precipitation events, or I should say high soil moisture events likely caused by high precipitation, right? These very high soil moistures are, more, I guess, temporally discrete as opposed to temporally continuous intervals. And so I'm not yet quite having enough luck predicting those, but I'm playing around with my loss function and trying to do some stuff there. So I think actually, this is probably a good place for us to stop, and if you guys have any questions, we can talk about questions, or if you want to have a discussion, we can have a discussion, or you can go back to your offices. So anyway, thank you so much for your attention. I appreciate you being here.